Yeah, so guys, this is the deck that I used for Grand Challenge. I didn't use Sparky, but this deck seems even better than Sparky in Grand Challenge. So this is a Giant Skeleton Graveyard deck. So I'm going to share some good replays against the best players in the world. Okay. So first, before sharing replay, I'm going to give some advice. So while playing Grand Challenges, you should spend 100 gems for playing a Grand Challenge. It's 10 times more than a Classic Challenge. So I wouldn't recommend players with less than 6,600 trophies to play Grand Challenge because it's going to be so hard to win and it's a waste of 100 gems. Instead, you can buy some good emotes or play Classic Challenge. And I would recommend players with only players with more Classic Challenge wins to play Grand Challenges because Grand Challenge is going to be so hard compared to Classic Challenge. So wait a minute. So I would recommend you getting this badge at least like a 10 wins Classic Challenge badge before playing a Grand Challenge. So without Classic Challenge experience, it's really going to be hard. So most of the players don't understand this and they play Grand Challenge and waste their gems. Yeah. Okay, so now I'm going to share some replay. I'm going to share this replay against Kazuaki. Yeah, he's one of the best players in the world. And he uses Goblin Drill, which is currently the best deck in the game. Okay, so let's see this. Yeah, so this is the replay. So I think he starts with Fire Spirit. I go Goblin Cage. Yeah, so I think he's gonna go Bomber and Tesla. Yeah, so he goes Tesla now. I go Giant Skeleton. He has good answers against my Giant Skeleton. He can even use defensive Goblin rules, but he didn't use any in this game. So I don't go Graveyard early because with this deck you have to be pretty passive. He goes for his Goblin Drill. I go for my Prince. Yeah. Unfortunately, I didn't have Bomber to defend the Goblin Drill, but the Prince still did a good job. I made a mistake here. I went to early Graveyard. The Princess Tower logged down to the Graveyard and the Prince didn't help as a tank. Yeah. I should be pretty passive with my Graveyards because the Graveyard is the main source of getting damage on the tower. Yeah, so I think he goes Drill now. Yeah. And Bomber. I use my Bomber to destroy the Drill and goes Arrows to the Bomber. Yeah. So this was a pretty slow game. This deck is a fast cycle deck. So in double elixir he's going to have the advantage. I go Goblin Hut. One wall breaker connects on my Goblin Hut. He goes Tesla. He goes Goblin Drill again, I think. Yeah, the Spear Goblins are chipping away on the tower. So I have to get the Graveyards and Giant Skeleton on my tower. That's the only way for getting damage. Yeah, so I think I go Graveyard now. Yeah. So that guy didn't defend the Giant Skeleton properly and he got the Dead Bomb damage. He lost over 900 HP, which is very good for me. But I let that wall breaker connect. Yeah. That was unfortunate for me. I go Graveyard, Prince. He defends it pretty well. He's gonna go for a Drill. I wasn't able to defend the Drill very properly. He got a good amount of damage. He goes for a good Fireball and one wall breaker connected. So I got Giant Skeleton and I think I go Graveyard here. He goes for a predictable Valkyrie. So I go Arrows to this wall breaker. There you go, graveyard. Yeah, he lost. Yeah. This was a pretty good matchup in my opinion because he had Bomber against a Drill. So I'm going to share another replay against Expo. Yeah, so this is the last match in Grand Challenge. Yeah, against this Expo player. He's a pretty good Expo player. So let's see. Yeah. Actually, why this guy lost is he was too defensive. He didn't go for a lot of offensive expos. He was just keep on defending throughout the game. That's what cost him the match. So I go Goblin Hut. I've never seen Bomber in an expo deck. That was surprising. First I thought it was going to be like Golem or something. And after I went Tesla, I thought it was Goblin Drill. So I go with my Bomber. He goes for a Knight. So this is the moment when I thought this was Expo. Because no Goblin Drill decks have Knight. So I go with my Prince at the back. He goes for a Bomber at the back. Yeah. So he goes for offensive Expo. I go Graveyard. I go with offensive Goblin. Sorry, Barb Barrel. The Graveyard got a good amount of damage on his tower. He didn't defend it properly and went for the log too late. That's why I go Goblin Hut now. He goes for a Tesla High. I wasn't sure what spell he had. So I didn't go Zappies at the back because if he had Fireball, he could have just Fireballed the Zappies. But he had Rocket instead. Yeah, so he goes for a Bomber. This match was pretty slow. I go for Arrows. Yeah, so it's double Elixir now. I go for a Prince at the back. He goes for offensive Expo. I go Giant Skeleton. And Bomber. Yeah. So I think I go Graveyard now. Or I don't. Yeah, I don't go Graveyard. Now he starts defending throughout the game, which cost him. I go Giant Skeleton, Prince, and Bomber. A big push is coming down. But that guy defended it pretty well. Yeah, the Barb Barrel connected. I go Zappy slow and Giant Skeleton. He keeps on going for defensive Expo, which costs him the game. Because Expo and Rocket are the only way of attacking my tower. I start cycling arrows to get chip damage on the tower. Yeah. He again goes for defensive Expo. It's a very wrong move. I don't understand why he does that. Or he could have just rocket cycled me. But he didn't do. He was keep on defending. Yeah. Yeah, so I don't go Graveyard now. I just found that I'm going to win the game because he's low on HP. And he can rocket cycle me in just 1 minute. Yeah, so I just have to defend without making any mistakes in order to win. So I think I go Barb Barrel and Arrows. Yeah. He went for offensive Expo. It was too late. I went Giant Skeleton and Arrows. That was a predictable arrows, which worked very well. Yeah. It was already good game now. Yeah, I won. So that's it for the video, guys. So for when playing grand challenges, please use your best deck. Many pros say that use control decks or use some which decks which is good in the meta, but I prefer using the decks which you're good at. So thank you guys. Please subscribe and share this video to your friends. Bye guys.